All right, so we're speaking with Tosin Moyele. Needs little or no introduction.
Yeah.
If you're a follower of the Nigeria Professional Football League, but of course, he just joined Eyimba. He's played with Russian United, he's played with Plateau United. That was the time he went to a club in Egypt. Came back to Nigeria, played with Plateau. Now he's with Eyimba,
Yeah.
and a lot is expected from him, really.
Yeah, absolutely. A whole lot. I mean, 18 goals he scored for Plus United while he was there 3 seasons and all that. This is one of those top stars you just see that is regular in the Nigerian Professional Football League. He had to see out his contract for 3 seasons, of course, left on a free, joining him back for 2 years.
Decided not to
You
extend.
can actually, see the progression, what he's making and all that. It's so easy. I know issues of okay undisclosed how many years and all that. But I love him, just a thorough professional that he is. We can't wait for MPFL to return, especially knowing that we're going to be having MPL.TV and, of course, being able to watch the games
Yep.
streaming. I can't wait for it to start. But let's leave Nigerian Professional Football League and go to Spain. Lionel Messi, after a while, he returns to training. And, of course, the fans across Spain, Barcelona, La Liga, they are all happy to the extent even La Liga president said, look, Messi is here to stay. It's not a player who wants to lose and all that. But Messi is just here for like 1 season, so he can leave next season on the free. But today Johnson will be joining us to talk about Messi and so much more, what has transpired during this period, especially with also Southgate and the headache is kind of facing right now. First, it was United captain Harry Maguire. Now, another United player, Messi Greenwood, and Manchester City player Phil Foden. These guys are giving me a whole lot of headache. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in his shoes right now. But Akintunde Johnson joins us now. First, we're starting with Lionel Messi. I mean, this guy, we expected, I mean, some people said it wasn't going to go anywhere. Some said, oh, it was going to leave. And some said, look, he's not going anywhere because he's Barcelona through and through. And somehow, another 1 season, he will be there. So at the end of the season, we'll wait and see if he's going to leave or if he's going to stay and end his career there, like what Tabaz said. I was talking about La Liga president when he said he's not going anywhere. There's a player that will retire in the Spanish La Liga. So what do you make of Messi' latest developments?
Morning, Cecilia, and morning, the viewers and me. I was one of those who said categorically and emphatically too, almost with 100% certainty that we're never going to see Lionel Messi in a Barcelona jersey again. But he made that dramatic U-turn and decided to stay on for the final year of his contract with Barcelona, choosing not to drag his beloved team to court because that was the only way the impasse was ever going to be resolved. The club insisted on the technicalities of the contract, which stated that he had to have informed the club about his desire to depart before the 10th of June, which obviously did not happen. Messi didn't want all of the great work that he had done in the colors of Barcelona to be undone by this narrative of the world's greatest player and the biggest legend in the history of the club, taking the club to court and saying as if he only has 1 year left on his contract, he chose to stay. What are the implications of this, you might want to ask? First, I hope that between Messi and Koeman, they can resolve whatever negative energies they already built between themselves, so that you don't have a player who grudgingly is staying and is grudgingly playing, because you don't foresee a situation where Messi is put on the bench. He's club captain, so he needs to transmit the energy to the rest of the squad, and that energy has got to be positive. So Barcelona have a huge job on their hands to ensure that Messi's head is in the right place and that he's able to inspire the team that Ronald Koeman is building. That team, whether Koeman likes it or not, has to be built around Messi. He's their most important player. So they must find him in the best possible shape, or get him into the best possible shape to deliver his best for the team in the final season. From a purely financial standpoint, how sound is this decision for Barcelona? I doubt. Moving him on would have been negative in the sense that, the circumstances in which he was departing have meant a very, very bad situation for the club, eggs on their faces. They would have gone down in history as having bungled a situation where their best player left them, their legendary player left them. But from a purely financial standpoint, they would have gotten a huge load off the wage bill, one. Two, they would have pocketed at least 200 million, by my reckoning, which would have been the value of the final year of his contract. All of that, they've decided to lose because He's going to see out the last year of his contract. Messi is not going to sign a new contract. So he's going to be leaving for Man City or wherever else at the end of the season, absolutely with not a dime, a kobo, go into the coffers of FC Barcelona. So that is the choice that Barcelona has made, to have him on for another season. Maybe he scores another 40, 50 goals, helps them to win La Liga. And for them, that will be worth more than saving the huge wages that he earns, as well as getting another maybe 200 million from a potential buyer. So that's the situation at the moment. I don't know that anyone has won. I don't know that Barcelona has won in this case. I don't know that Lionel Messi has won in this case. Only time will prove, because if they do go on and have a very unremarkable season like they did this year, then maybe Barcelona would have wished, or would be wishing, that they had let him go and had pocketed some this money with which they could have invested back in the squad and bought some players for the future.
All right. Bada, before we talk about the drama in the English national team, let's just spare a thought for Everton. James Rodriguez joins Everton. So Carlo Ancelotti trying to build that Everton team, probably trying to make them contenders. But your thought, quick one. James Rodriguez, what can he bring to Everton? Okay.
Okay.
It appears like we're having issues with connections there, but we'll probably sort that out. And I was very interested in knowing what he feels about James Rodriguez. Carlo Ancelotti had worked with him before.
Bayern, at Real Madrid, and so at Everton.
Feels probably would be a good addition to the Everton squad. We'll see. We'll see. I have my views about James Rodriguez, but whether or not it will be a good addition, time will tell. But if he can return to that pre-World Cup, 2014 World Cup form, then...
Or even the 2014 World Cup form, not even the pre, because, I mean, he was the highest goal scorer. And also that fantastic goal he scored against, Uruguay before they fell to Brazil and all that. And that was what made Real Madrid at that time to shell about close to 70 million quid for him.
I think he was one of
on that performance and all. But I think he has been able to justify that, although some people will say no, because if we go into a team like Real Madrid with all the superstars that were there and still being able to contribute as much as you can, but I think he was able to do his best. And then, of course, he was on loan at Bayern Munich with also Carlo Ancelotti, and now Carlo Ancelotti wants him to be here because he feels that he's trying to build a team. He says that it was Ancelotti actually convinced him to join Everton, because he's a player that played for the top clubs that wins trophies almost every season, and now you're coming to a club where, can't remember the last time Everton won anything. But then, I mean, he says the coach is ambitious, so because of the ambitions of the coach, so he's joining it. But I just hope that he should be able to.
I remember 95, every cup in 95. I don't know if they've won anything after that, but I remember because Daniel Abokucho was at the club at that time, so I don't know if they've won. But obviously, ambitious from Carlo Ancelotti. We'll see how far they can go with that. You were so eager to talk about England, but we'll leave that. It's going to be after the break. We're going to be talking about Gareth Southgate and his boys, not his men, his boys, giving him some issues. So let's go on that break. Back for more Sports This Morning. All right, welcome back. Bada is back with us, even though we don't have much time. But I know you listened to Gareth Southgate and all of the issues surrounding. We hear Phil Foden has apologized. Both clubs, Manchester United and Manchester City, have condemned the actions of their players. But what do you make of all of this incident, and what do you think Gareth Southgate should do?
I think what has happened, it's a big blow to the plans of the English national team. But we've got to call it what it is. It is the height of irresponsibility. It is incredibly irresponsible. Not only would it have been irresponsible in normal times for you to invite strangers into the accommodation of the national team, where both of you are at best still fringe players. But it is even more incredibly irresponsible now, saying as there's COVID-19 and they're supposed to be in a bubble, and in a bubble, and you're basically compromising not only your health or risking compromising your health, but those of the innocent other members of the team who maybe had gone to bed, hoping to get back to business as usual the next morning. And then had these guys not been found out, they could potentially have transmitted COVID to the rest of the team without even, without anyone knowing the risk that they carried or that they subjected the rest of the team to. So there's no excusing it. There's no way you can dice it. There's no way you can spin it. It is super disappointing, especially for such promising talent. You would have thought that by now, players growing up under the best managers in the world and some of the best environments in Manchester, at both City and United, will be some of the best or better behaved. But there's no legislating these things. Talent will always be talent. They can surprise you. If Novak Djokovic, with all of his experience in sport, is still, finding ways to put his foot in his mouth, then maybe we can excuse some of these youngsters. Last week, or was it 2 weeks ago on the show, we spoke about Ronaldinho.
Yeah. Okay, I think some technical issues we're having again. Technology happens most of the time. Well, but I want to thank you so much for trying to join us again this morning.